This is TWiT.
Let's talk about tech gone wrong. It's the new segment, Tech Gone Wrong.
Also known as AI?
Known as moral panic.
Also known, well, you might agree with this one, Jeff.
We'll see.
The FAA had to ground thousands of flights overnight.
Oh, man. Oh.
Because there was a system-wide outage of one of the most important systems that they run.
Yeah, by the time you woke up, it was fixed. But
9 a.m. Eastern, it was fixed. The thing is called NOAM or NOAM.
Well, this is part of it. It is notice to
air
NOTAMs.
NOTAM.
To airmen.
NOTAMs.
But then Buttigieg changed it to air mission to de-gender it. And, of course, the Republicans are going after that. Well, he did that, but he didn't fix it.
Okay. Well, it's airmen or air missions. No, in any way, what it does, it's critical to planning flights. It's shares before you fly a flight plan, you get the NOTAM to make sure you're not flying into a hazard on the air or on the ground, closed runways, airspace restrictions, navigational signal disruptions. Created in 1947 when there were airmen. Now it's air missions. Anyway,
well, even then, what's her name?
There were
got lost.
Yeah, well, that's why she wasn't an airman.
What's her name? Amelia Earhart?
Thank you.
That
Is that
one.
who we're talking about?
I'm old. I forget stuff.
We don't know
Stacey.
names. It's not gendered. It's just we don't know any names.
No, we don't.
Johannes Gigelberg or whatever.
Get it out of it. What's her name?
Well, what I thought was kind of crazy about this is the computer system went down, so they reverted to phone calls, and that worked because they had an old phone system, but then the phone system was overloaded as
Yeah, they didn't
work,
have enough.
Oh, my God.
which makes sense. But I was like, so it didn't totally fail. But I was really curious, like, do we know if it was a cyber attack yet?
No evidence of a cyber attack, according to President Biden. He did ask Pete Buttigieg, the Secretary of Transportation, to report back when a cause for failure has been identified.
Canada's went down today too, unrelated.
Oh, is it though?
But I don't want to start conspiracy theories. But yes,
That's a big coinky dink.
it is indeed.
Is it a special day? What a day is it? It's the 11th, so it's 0111.
NAV Canada was
2023
struck with a brief outage just after 10 a.m. Eastern. Restored 3 hours later. No delays to scheduled flights because backup measures allowed operations to continue, according to the New York Times.
Oh, look who has redundancy.
It's not they have redundancy. They have 3 airplanes. It's easy. You just,
They just go back and forth
They
across
have
the
one
country.
gate. They just change the sign.
They stop in Calgary along the way.
Every flight in Canada stops in Calgary. It's part of the deal. No, they don't. It's not. But there were 9,000 flights delayed yesterday, according to FlightAware. That's quite a bit. A lot of grounded planes.
Today.
Yesterday. This morning. Oh,
Early
it was
this morning.
overnight.
Whenever you're listening to this, it was in the past.
It's
I'm
not
curious
now.
to see how long this will trickle down. Because 15
it's always
minutes
a
here,
mess.
15 minutes there,
Well,
9,000 flights.
And remember that there was
it's never just 15 minutes delay.
Right. Remember there was a battle between the airlines and the telcos over 5G because the 5G radio towers transmitted on a frequency that could interfere with altimeters, which is a kind of important part of your airplane. Yeah, a little thing. Well, really, what it really was is that these old altimeters, some of them not so old, did not filter out frequencies that were completely irrelevant to them. So the 5G signals could interfere with them. According to the FAA, about 1,000 planes still have altimeters listening to signals in the wrong frequency. And they're saying, but you got a year to fix it. Don't worry. So the temporary fix between the FAA and the telcos was don't build a 5G tower near an airport. I guess we're going to have to wait another year. Anyway, AT&T and Verizon could not fully deploy 5G on the C-band. That's the spectrum that was an issue. That was C-band spectrum cost them $69 billion between the two of them. Altimeters
This
normally
is so irritating.
It's very irritating because it's poor design. Altimeters don't work on the C-band. They work on 4.2 to 4.4 gigahertz. C-band is lower, much, 3.7 to 3.98. But because they didn't have notch filters on the altimeters, they would get interfered with. the lower frequencies. Anyway, and now we're going to give them another year to fix it. They should have designed it right in the first place, if you ask me. The Bloomberg report says lobby group Airlines for America said airlines are working diligently to ensure fleets are equipped with compliant radio altimeters, but global supply chains continue to lag behind current demand, so any government deadline must consider this reality. Anyway, the problem is really these older altimeters are ignoring the rules. They're ignoring their assigned spectrum.
It's the same thing. Yeah, we go through this every year because plenty of people make cheaper electronics by not putting effective guardrails on their spectrum usage. Yeah. And then the FCC is like, oh, hey, we want to use that for broadband. And then they're like, no,
you can't. We just, it could hurt. So FCC has in fact launched an inquiry into poorly designed wireless devices that receive transmissions from outside their allotted frequencies. We'll see what happens, but it potentially could result in new regulations.
Basically, if you were designing a device that is going to use any spectrum band, you should be designing to a very stringent spec now, because we've got a couple new tech. We've got a huge need for broadband, but two, we've got spectrum sharing technologies now that are highly accurate and digitalized. So you can't afford to be sloppy because it's a digital world now, and you can parse it to the tiniest little hertz. So yeah, you can't be sloppy anymore. That's the moral here.
John Brodkin, writing for Ars Technica, says traditionally the FCC only regulated transmitters, not receivers. That was a mistake, as it turns out.
Yes.
So they're gonna maybe gonna fix that after the investigation.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? I am Ant Pruitt, and I am the host of Hands on Photography here on TWiT TV. I know you got yourself a fancy smartphone, you got yourself a fancy camera, but your pictures are still lacking. Can't quite figure out what the heck shutter speed means? Watch my show. I got you covered. Want to know more about just the ISO and exposure triangle in general? Yeah, I got you covered. Or if you got all of that down, you want to get into lighting, making things look better by changing the lights around you. I got you covered on that too. So check us out each and every Thursday here on the network. Go to twit.tv/hop and subscribe today.